Once again, James Gunn is answering fan questions, and this one in particular got me more aroused than watching Ava Adams and John Michaels getting tag teamed like with the Dudley Boys in prime WWF. So, a fan asked James Gunn, hey, is Superman Legacy the only DCU film going into production this year? Can we expect that? And James Gunn says, nope. So that got me thinking, well, what other big DCU project can go into production? Maybe Waller, that could be one. Not Lanterns, not Batman Brave and the Bold. No, the only one I can really think of is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, because that's the one that we've been hearing a lot about, especially when in regards to casting. Who's going to be Kara Zor-El? And the fact that we've heard, and I don't know if it's true or not, that James Gunn has been really actively searching for young Kara Zor-El to play alongside David Cornsweet, because Supergirl and Superman are going to be very vital going forward into the DCU, and that relationship is key to the success of whether or not we like this new interpretation of Supergirl, and especially the pressure is on for David Cornsweet to deliver a lovable Clark Kent and Superman. So that casting, that bit of casting is going to be very, very crucial. So I'm thinking the next big DCU project going into production is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe Superman Legacy obviously is coming in 2025. So maybe they're looking for a 2026 or 2027 release date to coincide with Superman Legacy, just so, there's some there's a nice link to what can kick off a brand new potential franchise for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, because especially based on Tom King's run, that book is phenomenal, and that world is so vibrant and so rich. Like I said before, that graphic novel is like Star Wars had sex with Dune, had sex with Guardians of the Galaxy, had sex with Thor, and that's a lot of STDs going around, but hey, it is what it is. I'm all up for it. So I'm thinking that's what James Gunn is going to announce next. That's the big DCU project, and honestly, I cannot wait for it, bro. Cannot wait. Let's go. And if that movie sucks, then I'm gonna call it a day and just end it all.
I mean, by the end of the day, I was on suicide watch.
Now, in regards to Superman Legacy, a fan asked, can you vaguely say what made Warner Brothers choose your Superman pitch? So many pitches have been made over the years, and James Gunn responded with saying this: I did not pitch it. It was offered to me. Well, excuse me, Mr. Hotshot. I just didn't say yes until I was sure I had a solid story. That's the key, which I pitched to individuals around me I trusted. Now, that's the key. He had a solid story, and I love the fact that he said that, because so many other executives in the past, Warner Brothers, they just rushed. They just rushed to make a Superman movie to compete with Marvel because they didn't know what the hell they're doing. But James Gunn is like, listen, I don't want to make a Superman movie because I don't have an idea for it. Like, I don't have a great idea. I don't know how to tell it. But of course, while making Suicide Squad, he was thinking about it. And when the time came, he's like, hey guys, I actually have an idea and I know how to tackle a Superman story. And I love it. And the fact that, again, I love Man of Steel, but a lot of people did not like Zack Snyder's interpretation, and they did not like the way Superman was handled, because Superman is all about hope. He's optimistic. He wears he wears underwear on the outside, for God's sakes. Like, he's the most wholesome superhero ever, but he's also the most powerful. And James Gunn talked about this on the Michael Rosenbaum podcast, where he was like, how do I tell a Superman story that's intriguing, that's worth the audience's time, that's not boring, and tell a unique story that we haven't seen 1,000 times, but at the same time, keep the essence of who Superman is. And it seems like James Gunn figured out how to tell that story, which is why I'm super intrigued and super excited. And just based on his casting alone, it feels like classic Superman. The fact that we have Jimmy Olsen, Ms. Tessmacher, David Cornsweet, Lois Lane, Perry White, and the Kents, and I'm sure, and the casting for Superman Legacy is still not done yet. So, I'm sure James Gunn has still more castings to announce. but the way that film is shaping up to be already, it's gonna be like, if you're a Superman fan, like this is heaven for you. Like I cannot wait to see what James Gunn has in store for us. So I love the fact that he didn't rush it, but he just took his time, thought about it, and he was like, yeah, I think I know how to tell a Superman story, and I have a great idea on how to showcase it. So that is good to know.
Excuse me, have to visit men's room.
And one last thing on Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, a fan asked why James Gunn chose Anna Noguera to write Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and James Gunn says, well, because I heard her pitch, I thought she had the best pitch, and the reason why he chose her to write the screenplay is because he says, I already knew she was a good writer because of her other work. Now, I know she's done Broadway. She's written Broadway plays, and I know she was an actress here and there, but the fact that James Gunn is entrusting this, basically this newcomer to write this big, massive IP for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, that just goes to show how confident he is in choosing this new screenwriter, and I hope she does well. Which is why I'm thinking that Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow will be the next DCU project, because we have a screenwriter, and I'm assuming that James Gunn is narrowing down the actress to play Supergirl, and also a director. So I feel like Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, out of all the other DCU projects that were announced, is more on the fast track to be ready to shoot and ready to go and put this in production to again coincide and line up with Superman, so we could have a Superman and Supergirl combo for the audience to get associated with these actors playing these iconic roles. So that's why I'm thinking that the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow will be the next DCU project. But that's gonna be it. What do you think? Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, @Sheiks, and let me know in the comments below, what do you think is gonna be the next DCU project? My money is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So we just have to wait and see, don't we? Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.
What's the best bit about it?
It ends.